Hey everybody, welcome to another drive-through rundown. I'm going to talk about Star Wars X-Wing, the miniatures game. I've actually already done a sort of a normal video review of this, but I've had a chance to get some of the expansion ships and play with those, play some multiplayer games, and also do a little bit more fun stuff. Now I just want to quickly show you sort of the packaging here. Now I have the core set here with one of each of the expansion ships already in here. So you can actually store everything inside here. And I don't know if people have interest in this, but I figured I'd show you a way to do it. So what I actually had to do is I cut the little plastic inserts here and the ones that came with the expansion ships there. So I cut them just to size, and then I was able to get everything in here relatively tightly, but it all does fit in here. And even when I get this set of extra dice, then I could probably squeeze those in here as well. But when Wave 2 comes out, then we'll see. Maybe they'll have another core set to release. I doubt it. But I'll have to figure out another storage solution. But if you just wanted to get the core set and one of each ship, which is more than enough ships, I think, then you can do it. Okay, so some of the new stuff. You can see the Darth Vader here comes with the his little kit. Darth Vader is pretty powerful. During your perform action step, you may perform 2 actions, and it looks like he can do just about everything there. He can actually also perform a lock action, which only up until now X-Wings could do. So you've got Darth Vader, he's the advanced TIE, and then you've got these other advanced pilots there if you get sick of using Vader. And then let's take a look at the ship model over here. We can see that there, and it's a pretty nice looking ship. It's to scale. I would say to be careful putting this on the stand. I've already had to repair the wing, don't ask. So that's a pretty nice looking ship there. And then you get an extra TIE fighter if you buy the extra TIE expansion there. So that's nice. You get a few new TIE pilots. So let's take a look at that little stack. Now you have quite a few to choose from now once you you get the extra fighter. So you can see you got all kinds of different guys to choose from. And you can do a whole little fleet of these little weenie academy pilots and stuff like that. Over here we got Luke. Everybody knows about Luke. So one of the new X-Wings here, is Wedge Antilles, like so. So you can see he's actually a pretty high-ranked pilot rating, and he gets, when attacking, reduced defender's agility value by 1. So that's pretty cool. He can actually do some pretty good stuff. He's a skilled pilot himself. More interestingly, we have these Y-Wings here. So if you take a look at this Y-Wing here, pretty nondescript. They got some different nice abilities, but if you look closely at the bottom there, you can see in the bottom left is a turret icon. Now, if you remember, we've got these sort of advancement cars, these different technologies that you can add to your ship. So you got R2-D2, you got a whole little mess of astromechs now, different varieties there. Then you got some of your proton torpedoes here, and then some of your sort of piloting skills. You can see you got swarm tactics, marksmanship, what's a new one there? Squad leader, that's a new one. And then up here, you've got a couple of different weapons here. You got cluster missiles, concussion missiles, and then specifically you've got the ion cannon turret, and this can only go on your Y-Wing. So what you can do is you can actually attack, if you can read there, attack one ship even outside your firing arc. If this attack hits the target, the ship suffers 1 damage and receives 1 ion token. Then you cancel the rest of the results. Well, here we've got an ion token, and it comes with this little card here that tells you what the ion token does. Now basically what that does is basically doesn't really damage the ship, it just disables the ship. And then on its next maneuver, it can only list forward, one of the 1 range or 1 step markers, but it can still attack. And then at the end of the turn, the ion token will go away, and then the ship will be, enabled. So it's kind of a nice way from a kind of a long range distance there to take out one of the ships as your X-Wings fly in there, and then, probably take it out of the sky. So let's just zoom in a little bit on the Y-Wing there. Try to get a good look at it, try to get it in focus maybe. And so that's a nice looking ship as well. These are all really detailed, nice looking ships. And that's, for the most part, that's about what you get. Obviously, you get a ton of new tokens for, way too many things. And then more of these marker tokens here. I just want to zoom out a little bit there and take a look at this playmat like I bought here. So a lot of people have been posting images and stuff of the playmats that they built or purchased. I got this from Banners on the Cheap, and it was 20 bucks, and I'm very happy with it. It's a vinyl material here. You can kind of see that. It's fairly sturdy. It doesn't have too much memory, a little bit on the edges, but this is where you can kind of set your cards and your drinks. or whatever to keep it flat. I actually had a chance to play a multiplayer game this weekend with each person piloting a different ship. It was pretty fun. Not really quite as balanced, because if you get eliminated then you're not doing anything. So it's a little more fun with two, because you can kind of coordinate the maneuvers of your whole squad there. But I just wanted to show you this play mat. And I'm very happy with it. It's a 4x4 mat, so it can accommodate either a larger battle, or you can see I've got sort of an inset 3x3 for a tournament play. So I can use this kind of in either setting, and you'll have it geared towards a 100-point squad. Now the other alternative to my mind would be one of these mats here, and I just thought I would show you this. Now I shoot all my videos usually on this, and I know Undead Viking, Lance, and Drakenstrike, they're the reason that I bought this, because they said that they used it. You can get these from Boards and Bits, and it's basically a mouse pad material. And this is really the best thing to play games on. We actually play games on it, with my group and stuff. And it, protects the table, but it doesn't have a whole lot of memory. It's very sort of porous and everything. And I know that you can paint on these, so this might be something to consider. That's a little bit more expensive, but this is probably like the primo way to make it, because you can roll it up and just set it out. Anyway, I just thought I'd share, give you a little bit of a sort of a fly through of all the different pieces in the game, and kind of show you a little bit about what comes in the expansion, and just kind of show you the playmat, because playing this on my kitchen table, it just does not work for me. Where you're playing on this wood, and I just can't get into it. So having the space and the stars and anything like this. Now I should say what I actually did with this, just for your information, is I got a Hubble telescope image, and I got a few of them, and I'll put links to them up, the ones that I found. And I got good sized ones. They're about 10 megabytes each. Now this place, you need to have 20 megabytes, I believe, or less, and you can give them the image, and it's got to be a certain DPI. Now I created about 8 different images, 4 different images, but like different variations of the 4 images. So there's 8 total, and I'll put links to them. And you can print out anything you want. I mean, you could get fancy nebula. And this is sort of like a galaxy, if you remember at the end of Empire Strikes Back, where they're about to fly back into the galaxy from the outer rim. Yeah, I'm a big nerd. So, so I just wanted to show you that, and hope somebody enjoyed it. Thanks.